This morning I want to show you something a little bit special. It's been eating baby turkey mix and some fine grain. He's just over a week old. Hey buddy. This is a Japanese quail. And today he's going outside. Now he's never been outside and he's only ever been picked up once when he come from the incubator to the old broken incubator we use as a little brooder. I do have a big brooder set up, but it is summer so there's probably no need to turn that on. I'll chuck some mulch in here for him to sleep on and something that he can get inside the little house here and get his feet off the ground. Well, he's got food, he's got water in here. Unfortunately he's the only one that's hatched so far, so even if little ones were to hatch now he'd probably bully him a little bit because he's a bit big compared to them. He's almost the size of a king quail at just over a week old. He looks a bit cold. We better put some mulch in there for him till the sun gets up. This old clothesline started to lean about the same time the retainer wall did. You can see I've pulled it back with a ratchet strap so we can still keep drying our clothes in the sun. But it's got to come down if we're to fix this other retainer wall, and we'll build a new clothesline while we're at it. So she's just bolted together at the top here. And this one, she's not even concreted in. So a bit of wobbling backwards and forwards. And hopefully we can salvage this hardwood post. So I've had this for a few years now. This is an eBay spec auger that goes in your drill. And although my ground is incredibly hard and dry compacted clay, if you put the hose on it for a little bit and put a lot of weight on the thing, you can make some progress a lot quicker than you would with a shovel and crowbar. Something this size, I drill 4 holes and then break between them with the post hole shovel. It makes life a lot easier, but I'd recommend using a decent drill and make sure you've got the settings on there so it doesn't break your wrist when she binds up, because that's a possibility with one of these. Right, so these are 200 by 75s, or 3/8 if you're from the medieval times. Should be strong enough to hold the wall up, what I used last time, but it wasn't the posts that bent. In fact, it was the posts and the concrete and everything else that leant over. So these being double thick this time will be twice as strong. And lean them back should stop them leaning over. Let's get this last post in and see if we can get them lined up and a bit of concrete poured. Well, we've got our posts pretty much in line. That third one back needs to come out a bit with the cement around it. I'm going to start putting these in. I've just got post mix to try and put in 2 bags per post. Seems to be about plenty. And yeah, at least the digging's done. For now anyway.
I still haven't grabbed any bags. I almost want to buy one. But you're still putting me in here. Look. Yeah.
Probably could have been a bit. So what I found works best for me is put some water in the hole Put a fair bit in there actually, and then tip your first bag of pre-mix, post-mix, concrete, whatever you want to call it. Tip it in there, and then fill the hole right to the top with water, and then tip your second bag in. That seems to get the best results and get it most evenly wet, and then of course go around with a shovel and give it a little bit of a mix up. That's what's been working for me, and yeah, I guess the posts haven't fallen over yet, so maybe I'm doing something right. Okay, we've got them concreted in, just like that. I've got a bit of water sitting on top of them because I want them to be below the surface of the lawn. It's not ideal for the post, it means they will rot off a little bit quicker, but judging by the other ones, not for plenty of time, maybe. Judging by the ones that are here, they've been in for 5 or 6 years, I'm thinking probably 15 years before they rot off in these conditions, so that's going to be fine, and that way I can mow right up to them without hitting concrete. We've got to give these at least 24 hours before we start chopping that retainer wall and pulling it back.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, I forgot to cut on the other ones. We cut most of the way through and just left it hanging on before I concreted them in, and I forgot to do that this time, so just a bit more of a struggle with the reset, but we'll get there. Alright, one job ticked off for this morning. Let's see what else we can get up to. So what I'm doing at the moment, I'm up here on top of the wall and we're pulling the garden edge down. Pulling the garden edge down that's here and shoving that dirt down the gap to reinforce the wall. And then I'm using those garden edges to create a new path hard up against the wall. Oh, kids. Crisis, not really existent. Anyway, we're making this path. These are hardwood sleepers, all offcuts I picked up from somewhere. Actually, the father-in-law gave them to me. They made good garden edges, but they did have stuff getting in behind them. So this time I'm doing a raised path and a lower garden bed, and that way there's nothing for anything to get in and under. No nasties, rats, snakes, all that sort of thing hide under garden edges. So this is going to be heaps better, and it's just another step on the path to getting this all cleaned up here, making it a usable space. So this ground was really hard. We hadn't had water on it in I don't know how long. So it took a fair bit of digging, but it was the ideal stuff to pack down behind this retainer wall. Path needs a little bit of leveling out, but she's good for now. Right, I'll leave the video here. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that other stuff, and I'll see you on the next one.